Alright, today we're outside of the garage because the project doesn't fit into the garage, is our $350 camping trailer. It's an 18-foot Road Ranger. We're thinking from the 70s. If you look close enough, it's been repainted at some point, so these aren't even the original colors. So anyways, we've been kind of kicking around the idea of buying a camper for a while now, like a couple of years. And we started just kind of looking at Kijiji to see what was out there. And this popped up for $350. It was a brand new ad, so without even seeing it, just judging by 3 pictures, 2 of the exterior, 1 of the interior, messaged the guy, bought it sight unseen, sent an e-transfer, and then went up to the provincial park that it was sitting at and basically drug it out of there. We drove it 200 kilometers to get back home. No idea any history on it. It had been parked for, judging by the tag, since 2013. So when we got there, we were a little disheartened to see that tread separating from the tires. So basically we figured this was turning into more of a rescue, where we would get it as far down the highway as we could, and every kilometer closer to home we got was how much less I'd have to drive the next day to go rescue it. So basically told the guy, if you see it down the road with a blown out tires, don't worry about it. I'll come back the following day and get it. However, to everybody's surprise, those tires held out 200 kilometers, so we made it all the way home. So we've already started working on it. As you may have noticed already, we've been patching holes in it. Not the prettiest way, I know, but it works. It's cheap. Over here, where all the inlets and outlets were, nothing was connected. There's no plumbing that's actually running in there, so we covered those up. In the future, once we get plumbing going, we'll cut new holes and stuff, so I have to come up with a cover for that. The door here blew off while we were driving down the highway. This whole front panel was all separated. There's just a big gaping hole in it, so that's been all put back together with just self-tapping screws. New trailer lift, whatever they're called. So we'll go inside and show you what we've already done. So, it's telling you about that big gaping hole on the front. So to no surprise, front floor is rotted out to about this far. I still have to clean it up a little bit. We'll replace all these 2x2s here, especially the front ones are rotted, so we'll replace those. The bathroom is going to be gutted. The floor is broken, you can't even put weight on it, so it's going to be gutted. We're going to replace it with a composting toilet, and then just a freestanding toilet, or sorry, a freestanding sink that holds its own fresh water and gray water, so that will be used very sparingly anyways. As you can see from the tarp, we're replacing the vent here. So, and then we'll be looking at the rot in the corner. This is the other vent, so we're currently rotted around. So, this is probably the worst, so we're going to kind of look at trying to replace it, but with the new ones in there, it shouldn't rot anymore. The whole roof we're going to probably redo in the future, but for now we're just going to paint it white. We just want to get this thing going for this year, so we're kind of doing what we're going to do this year and what can wait. So we're going to keep the kitchenette. I didn't test the stove. We're pretty sure it works, as they were using this at the lake lot up until last year. They still had propane in the propane tanks, so I forgot to test it before disassembling everything. So right now the sink's not connected to anything. In the future we're gonna add plumbing. So as you can see back here, we've already pulled up what would be a bed. So you have bed here, the top part here folds down into a bunk bed, or it can stay as storage. As you can see, we have rot in the corners of the floor. So once I pull the tank and all this junk out. We don't know if any of it works, and we're just gonna go brand new plumbing anyways. When the time comes, these were the holes we patched from the outside, and you can see why. They literally had nothing happening. We pulled out the fridge, was rusted and rotted. This is just Kilz primer, and then we're just going to paint the inside. There was a little bit of water damage, but nothing big. There was a big vent on top. I don't know if they're using it as venting for the fridge or what, but it's been covered with a patch panel on the roof. Closet, same thing. There's just a little bit of water damage just on the surface, so throw some Kilz and then throw some paint over it and it'll be good. So that's just a quick overview of the $350 camper. We're looking to get it going as soon as possible, so I will have an after video once it's all done and you guys can kind of see. Right now we've got most of the parts bought. So here in the garage we're using as kind of a staging area, so you can see all the cupboard doors have been painted already. We've got the fake barn board wood paneling that we're going to use for the walls inside. Some 2x2s to fix the floor, plywood to fix the floor, and then kind of we've got all our cushions here. We've got all the paints that we're going to be using, miscellaneous parts, new doorknob, one of the vents, and some tiling in there for the backsplash in the kitchen. So right now we're sitting around $2,000, I believe, all in, with the cost of parts and the cost of the trailer itself. So once it's all done, we'll give an update video and let you know what the budget was and what the final product is. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing.